Okay, so good morning. We are starting with our practical number 1. Am I audible to all? If yes, then put a message in the chat box. Am I audible to all? Okay, so let's start. We are starting with practical number 1 for the ubiquitous computing. I have shared one video on YouTube regarding the practical 1. So we are going to see the same video and we are going to explain that particular video. The first practical is regarding to location sharing. You need to share the longitudes and latitudes. You need to display the longitudes and latitudes, and with the help of reverse geocoding, you're supposed to display the address also. So this is all about your practical number 1. I will share my screen. Okay, I hope my screen is visible to you. So the output will look like this. Just see this video. There are 2 text views and 1 button. Whenever you are clicking the button, you will get the longitudes and latitudes as well as my address or the particular address of given longitude latitude. So let us start with this practical. So the aim of the practical is design and develop location-based messaging app. I hope the screen is visible. Please put a message whether the screen is visible or not. Okay, so let's start. So our aim of the practical is to design and develop location-based messaging app. So you need to display the longitudes as well as latitudes of the given application with the help of the given application. So let's start. For this, we require the Android Studio, and you need to enable the Google services. So I will open my Android Studio. Whenever you are installing the Android Studio, you need to install the Google services to get the longitudes and latitudes. Otherwise, you will not get the longitudes and latitudes. Therefore, I will show how to install. That and install this. Otherwise, you are not going to get the longitudes and latitudes. So let's move to the video. So here first you are supposed to select the empty activity. Okay, select empty activity. Then it will start building your project. As of it is Android Studio, you need to be very patient. You need to have a patience to load this application. Okay, now your application has been loaded over there, and now you need to code. So let us go to for designing the user interface. Just delete whatever you have. Basically, you're getting some text over there. Just delete that text. Take 2 text views, one to display longitudes and other to display latitude. Just see here how I'm taking the text views. you're supposed to type 2 buttons. In fact, 1 button and 1 more text view. Okay, so first we'll display the longitude, second we'll display the latitude. Button is used to click for the click event, and the third text view is used to display the address. You need to align this because you are doing with the constraint layout, and you need to define the constraints, otherwise everything will be one over another. Therefore, you need to define the locations, you need to set the actual coordinates, and this is a way of setting the coordinates. Okay, now while doing practice, you're supposed to do this as a practice. While doing practice, you're supposed to take 1 more text view, and you're supposed to put your name on that text view. Okay, means whenever you are sending some screenshots of doing these kinds of practicals, you need to have 1 more text view. Just you can take your text view over here and put your name. Okay, so this is my interface, 3 text views and 1 button. Fine, you need to set the properties, like if you want to set this text color. I showed you the text in the red color, so if you want to set the red color, you can give the actual hexadecimal value. You can set the text size with Android : text size is equal to 30 dp. I think that is the part that you have done in your SYBSE, so I'm not going to be in the detail. But if you want to work with it, I have shared everything in a video, and I'm also going to share this video, so you can refer how to give the text colors and how to give the text size. So let's go to the next point. Just see here, the text has been changed in the red color and the size has been increased. Now let's go for the coding. This is the basic coding, and let's see. Okay, just see here, I have taken one user-defined function, that is a private video get location, and you need to call that get location into a click listener option. You need to set the permissions. The first permission is android.permission.access course location. The second permission is android.permission.access file location. And the third permission is internet permission. Now just see here, I have taken the 3 objects of text view T1, T2, T3. I have taken 1 object of button because I have 1 button. Okay, then in onCreate function, you need to initialize dot variable. So T1 is initialized with text view, find view by ID, r.id with text view. That particular ID means first is going to display the longitude, second is going to display the latitude, the third one is going to display the address and the button. You need to connect B1 with the button, and then in particular on click listener of button, you are supposed to call the method that is get underscore location. So the get underscore location is a user defined method, and you need to work with that particular method. Now just see here, I'm doing one more task over here. Just read out the statements. That is, if context compat dot check self permission, pass to the main activity dot this manifest dot permission, then dot access file location is not equal to package manager dot permission granted, then activity compact dot request permission, and here you are given with some request code. Now what is this? Actually this is all about the permission. Just see here, I have set 3 permissions. That is the android.permission.access course location, android.permission.access file location, and android.permission.internet. Okay, these permissions you are supposed to set with android manifest.xml file. Now, whenever you are installing this application, you need these permissions from that particular mobile phone to your application. If these permissions are not granted, what will happen? They will ask for the permission, and they will ask for the permission with these set of lines. Now, the basic thing is that you need to access the either access file location permission or access course location permission. So whenever you're going to install that application, and if the mobile phone is not permitting the permissions, then whenever you're starting that particular application, this application will ask for the given permission, and whenever the user is accepting or user is giving those permissions, then only you can start your application. Otherwise it will be terminated. So just like whenever you are dealing with some WhatsApp or when you're dealing with some Facebook applications, and if you want to click the photographs, if you want to go on the Facebook live, then you need to have the camera permissions. And if the camera permission is not set over here, then what will happen? The application will ask for the permission. The same thing is going to happen over here. If the location permission is not granted, or if the location permission is off, the application will ask the location permission to make it on, and whenever you are making it on, you will be running with the application. Otherwise that application will be aborted. So this is a very important set of lines, and that you need to work with it. Okay, after that you need the location manager. You need the object of location manager, because you need to set the location permission, and you need to call the location service in that particular application. Now the location manager, how it will go? The location manager get application contest dot get system service, and you need to pass the location service as a parameter. In this way, the location manager is going to get the permission of accessing the locations, and in this way you will get, your application will get the permission of accessing the location. And the next line is location manager dot request location updates. It will update your location if your mobile phone is moving. So these 2 lines are very much important, and for this purpose you are going to use the GPS provider. So you will pass the GPS provider. This is actual minimum time of seconds, and means whenever you're moving whenever you're moving with your mobile, it is quite a different thing. Like every time if you are trying to update the location, it will cost your battery life. Therefore you need to set the minimum time, and you need to set the minimum distance. Here I am setting the minimum distance of 50 meters. So after every 50 meter, it is going to update, and after every 5 minutes as a 500. Okay, so after 5, it is going to, the location is going to get update. Next point. It will ask for the permission check, but you have added the permission, so you can suppress that permission. Okay, now the main part, you need to implement the location listener. Just see here, you need to implement the location listener and you need to implement all the methods. That is a very important part. You need to implement the location listener and you need to implement all the methods. So in this method, that is the on location change, you need to write the code and you need to retrieve the longitudes and the latitudes. Just see here, that is t1 dot set text location dot get longitude. So t1 will display the longitude and t1 dot set text plus location dot get latitude, t2 will display the latitude. Now you need to display the address. So for that purpose, you are supposed to use a geocoder. Just see how I have used geocoder. Geocoder is equal to new geocoder, and this is the main activity because you have only one activity and you need to display your address into that particular activity, and you need to have the locality, therefore local dot get default. Now you need to have the list item because you're going to get a number of locations, number of nearer locations, because if you're dealing with some access course locations, so you will get more than one addresses. So you need to have the list addresses, and then simple thing, that is address is equal to geocoder dot get from location, location dot get longitude, location dot get latitude, and the max result. Here I am giving max result as a 1, so I will get only one address. So it will work with the string itself. But if you want to work with the multiple address, you can set max address is equal to 2 and you can work. Now here, the address is being added over here. So now I will convert this address to the string with the address dot get of 0 dot get address line 0. So first address will be added to the string. And then I will set that address to T3. So in this way, I have done with the addressing. I have to use the geocoder class. Geocoder class, I have to add that geocoder to the main activity and local.get default. Then you need to define one list. And how to define a list? That the geocoder.get from location function, that location.get latitude, location.get longitude, and with the max result. Now, this is a way of defining the notification. You need to define the notification builder, and I think you have done with the notification. It's quite simple. I will show you a code. Just a minute. Okay, just see the screen. I hope it is visible. Okay, this is all about the notification manager. How to write the notification compact dot builder is equal to new notification compact builder. This location ID. You need to set the content. You need to set the icons. You need to set the auto cancel, and you need to set the text. What you want to display? I want to display the address, so I will write down the address over here. And then you need to call this notification compact with the notification compact manager or notification manager compact, and just you can display it with this function, that is manager.notify. This is one ID and builder.build. Now we don't have any use of this ID, or we don't have any use of this location ID. But whenever you're dealing with the practical number 2, you need to use, or whenever you're dealing with the practical number 3, you need to use this ID. So we will explain that IDs at that time. So just this is used for the notification compact. And this is used to know whether your application or your mobile is able to send the notification or not according to the new SDK version. If it is yes, if the SDK version is greater than what, if your mobile SDK version is greater than the SDK version that you have compiled, then that will happen. Otherwise, that is not going to happen. It will be skipped. So this is all about your practical number 1. I will show you the output. So let's see the output. Okay, so in this way, your application will look like after clicking on this location button. See, the longitudes and latitudes are displayed and along with the address. So this is your practical number 1. I will repeat all the steps with the application. Initially, you are supposed to define the layout. Okay, so taking time. You can see in a text view also, text views, 3 text views and 1 button. Then you need to go to the Android manifest file. Just a minute, it's taking to build. Now in manifest file, you need to set these 3 permissions. Android permission dot internet, Android permission dot access file location, and Android permission dot access course location. Then you should go for the coding. Here I have taken 3 objects of text view, T1, T2, and T3. I have taken 1 object of button, B1. I have taken 1 object of location manager. Okay. I have connected text views with this object, T1, T2, T3, and B1. Then this is used for the checking the permission. If context compact dot check self permission is equal into the bracket if the main activity dot this, and the manifest dot permission dot access file location is not equal to package manager dot permission granted, then you need to ask for the permission. Then define the location list, define the click listener for button, and call get location function. Then just implement the location listener and implement all the methods and define the object of location manager class. In get location, you need to initialize the location manager with get application context dot get system service location service and location manager dot request location updates. So it will update accordingly with the help of GPS. The minimum time is 500 milliseconds. That is the 5 minutes around it, or the 5 seconds. Minimum distance is a 50 meter, and the activity is main activity. On location change, you need to set the longitudes, latitudes. You can retrieve the longitude with location dot get longitude and the latitude with location dot get latitude. So T1 dot set text equal to location.getLongitude and t2.setTest location.getLatitude. You need to have the address. So for this getting the address, you need to define the geocoder function. Geocoder is a new geocoder, main activity.dis.local to get default. And you need to define the list because you're going to get the multiple addresses. So how to define the address? Address is equal to geocoder.get from location, location.getLatitude, and location.getLongitude, and you are going to have the maximum result equal to 1. Pass this address to a string with the first line and display this with t3.setText. Now you need to send a notification. This is a code for the notification, and you need to check whether the version is compatible to send a notification or not. If yes, then only it will happen. Otherwise not. The notification is sent by manager.notify. So this is all about your code for the location sending. If you have any query, please ask. Okay, I have shared this video on the YouTube. Also, I'm going to upload this lecture till evening. So you can refer 2 videos for this practical. Everything is given in that particular video. So you can refer and you can work with those practicals. Now, if you don't have the machines, okay, don't take any tension. When you are going to get the machines, you can solve it and you can send the screenshot to me. Okay, if you have any query, please ask. Any query? Okay, fine. How many of you have done this practical? I've shared this file around July. So how many of you done this practical? Just say yes or no. Okay, fine. So we'll stop over here. Next Monday, we will be having a practical, 2 practicals on SNA. Okay. So you can leave the meeting. Thank you. Thanks a lot.